to break down a video, but it is also the other reason why I think people tend to lose fights. It's very negative, I know, but like I said, when I am in an engagement, if I've won a fight, I don't necessarily think of it that I won it. I think that the other guy lost it. It's kind of like tennis, you know. We hit it back and forth. We can hit it back and forth all day, but whoever makes the first mistake is the one that's going to lose. And I think at the kind of the newer end of our fighting, you can get away with a lot more mistakes. The highest end, you make the smallest mistake, you know, you're going to pay. So timing is incredibly important in that. And actually, what we'll do is we'll break down a video here, which will get us into the next part, which is when you're trying to use video to understand results within a fight. So, perfect example being I fought Skeggy in Crown, and he absolutely destroyed me. He hit me in the head so hard and so fast, I didn't know what was what. And I thought I had it blocked. I thought I was well prepared. So I went back to the video, and I said, okay, obviously there's something I need to work on here, but what mistake did I make?
Now, do you have a good method for converting it back from WMV back to an MPEG so you can use?
I don't.
Okay.
That's something I need to work on. So typically when I'm looking at a result, so I lost a skate. There is an inherent lesson within there because I failed at something. So I need to identify the failure, develop a path for fixing that failure, and then see results of that failure not happening again, which is by hopefully it not happening again. So typically the way I break it down is I'll find, okay, so here's the result, I died. But what's the whole story? Let's go back before it happened. Okay, here's the killing blow. This is moments after I died. What is going on with my shield there? You know? Exactly. It's really, really pretty. And it is doing absolutely nothing for me. So why was my shield so far out of position? Because I thought I had that shot blocked. And if he was snapping me in the side of the head, looking at this, it looks like I probably should have blocked it. So let's go back a little farther. Okay, so he throws a shot, I block it, he comes into A range. My shield is still in a good position. Fast forward a bit. Anybody catch what just happened before that?
Your reach. Try to wrap it though.
Watch Skeggy's shield as it comes in here. Go back a little bit.
Bang.
Pause in time. He completely bump blocks me. There, missed it. And look what happens to my shield. I am completely, totally out of position. So is it a wonder that he snapped me in the head and killed me? Absolutely not. So I got to find a direct result. Sorry, I got to find the reason why I failed in that fight. And the reason why I failed was because I extended my shield out to a point that when his shield met mine, it flipped it, put it into a horrible position, which gave him the opportunity to snap me. Now, without video, I'd probably be still scratching my head. Did Skeggy know what happened in that fight? He probably went, yeah, your head was open, so I hit it. So this gives me a real tangible thing to work on that I have been working on in practice is I'm not going to extend my shield out past my body unless I have a plan for why I'm extending the shield out. If I hold my shield out like this, bad things like that are going to happen. And that came directly from this fight. So let's go back and we'll watch the whole thing over. You can see it
Can you
develop.
run it in a slower mode?
Yeah, you can.
I want a quick time so we can set it back.
Yeah, this unfortunately isn't converted, so I can't get it.
You can use Handbrake to convert.
Handbrake?
Yeah, it's a free tool. It actually works on the epic show.
Oop, I went backwards.
It's pretty slow.
Jesus.
Bam, he punch blocked your arm.
So that's a direct lesson, you know, for me to work on in my next practice, which was 2 days later, or actually 8 days later because we had a holiday. But, you know, take the lesson, take it to practice, work on it, and hopefully it doesn't become an issue later down the road.
From, I think from Tim's perspective earlier also, that looks to me like an opportunity to look at a technique, since you're using similar shield styles, that's something that you can take as a positive
Absolutely.
lesson and use that technique.
That's the flip side of the coin, right? What did you do to get beat, and what did your opponent do to beat you? Now, something I'm going to be trying today when we fight later, it's the same thing that Skeggy did, you know? I see that shield start to pop out a bit, I'm going to hit that corner and go for your head. So yeah, bang on. Success breeds a lesson, failure also breeds a lesson. I wonder if I've got a technique example here. So I'm going to see if I can extract the technique from the video now. Okay, so here's something that I've been continually working on since I first saw Duke Davin, was his onside, offside, high-low. Now, I've never really been able to do as successful as he am, but it's something I've been working on. So here's me, you know, I'm comfortable with the shot. I'm not going to hurt myself in practice. I'm trying it on a high-level opponent, and now I'm going to break down and see why it didn't work. So unfortunately, the video starts at the absolute beginning of the blow. You can see me go through the motions. You can see me go through the motions of throwing this blow. So for those of you that don't know the blow, you're coming high with the first shot. Your pivot in your hip is going to bring the blow into the opponent's leg or hopefully into their ribs. So it's just onside, offside. I'm trying this on Max here. From my perspective, looking at this fight, I'm looking at Max. He's got his heater kind of over to the left, his guard's up high, which gives me all of this opportunity. Now I'm going to look at why the shot didn't work. So I don't know if anybody caught that here, but okay.
Corner of the shield.
So where did that shot